And in this next fight, we got a flyweight fight, kind of an old school versus new school kind of feel here with Luis Gurule making his UFC debut. He's taking on a 10-fight UFC vet in Ode Osbourne. And Gurule is coming in here with good credentials. He's undefeated, 12 wins in a row. Big time win over Daniel Cormier protege Nick Piccinini on Contender Series. And he's entering with some hype here, but trying to steal that hype is the Jamaican sensation Ode Osbourne. Osbourne, he's been turned into kind of an opponent by the UFC lately. He fought Luis Rodriguez in the Spears last fight. He's fought Aslam Abayev, and 33 years old. He's had some good fights, has some nice finishes. He had won 3 fights out of 4 in the UFC after his win over Charles Johnson a couple years ago, but since then he's lost 3 in a row, and he's still competitive, but he needs a win here to keep his job, and he's taking on a guy that's a tank in Luis Gurule. Luis Gurule is someone that has constant forward pressure, good defense. He'll stay kind of cool, calm, collected, doesn't really load up, and he's good at staying patient, backing fighters towards the cage, good footwork, good head movement. He can slide out of the way or slip punches, and when he backs you up, he'll throw big hook combinations. He will kind of loop punches, and he lunges in sometimes, which Ode Osbourne definitely has an opportunity to take advantage of with counter strikes down the middle. And Gurley will throw heavy kicks though, leg kicks, front kicks to the body. In the dirty boxing range, that's where he's at his best. He's really active there. Short range power, nice short punches, super durable. And he's been dropped, but he recovers quickly. He's a tough guy. I feel like he's had some fights where he didn't look the greatest, but he's a dog, and he doesn't wrestle offensively much, but he uses his striking to force out bad takedowns, and then he'll reverse those, get on top, big ground and pounds, kind of a ball of muscle. He's really hard to hold down, which we saw in his last fight. He was just grabbing and doing whatever he could to get back up to his feet, and he's shown pretty good submission defense. If I'm Gurule, I might try to mix it up here and get some takedowns, or at least wrestle and see if you can get Ode tired, because Gurule has excellent conditioning and he weaponizes his cardio, trains at elevation. And for Ode Osbourne, been in the UFC for years at this point, but kind of has only made marginal improvements. He's pretty much the same fighter. He wants to keep you at a distance, pull you in his power. He's really fast. He's a southpaw, good footwork, 1-2s, 3-2s. He'll throw some leg kicks, front kicks up the middle. He'll try to avoid brawling, stay in and out. In the pocket, he gets wild. He's a little vulnerable there. And he has some issues with conditioning and durability. And if you see him starting to attempt to wrestle, it usually means he's losing. To alleviate pressure, Osbourne will shoot, but he isn't really an effective wrestler. And in this fight especially, I think if he starts shooting on Gurule, it's the beginning of the end for him. But he needs to try to keep it at a distance, maintain his energy, pot shot Gurule, and Gurule's going to continue to pressure, so Osbourne can't expect a knockout, just be free-flowing. And when he loses, it's normally through getting put on his back. He has a good choke game, and he's gotten better with his offensive wrestling, but if you take him down, you could pass his guard or nullify his guard. He really doesn't offer much outside of that. We saw his last fight, he got really close to a triangle after hurting Rodriguez in the first round, and after that he kind of got dominated in the grappling, but he has a chance here if he can connect and finish with a big left hand, maybe even get a club and sub. But if he can, I think that he's going to gas, and Gurule has a shot to finish him later on. I think Gurule is going to be attacking the legs, the body. He's going to be making Osbourne move backwards, and unless Osbourne catches him early, I feel Gurule is going to break him. It's kind of a similar fight, in my opinion, to him versus Vergara, but I think that Gurule is just a little better than Vergara, more powerful, explosive. And I'm going to say Gurule finishes in late round 2. I think he can get the fight to the ground, maybe drop him or get a takedown through the clinch or something and ground and pound him out. So I'm going with Luis Gurule, second round knockout.